It's rule in the sign it rules. It's nighttime increasing, but daily is, I'm thinking more of myself, but I see what needs to be done. It's like the nighttime is increasing. I see where this is going, what it's leading to, but I can think for myself. I can make my sense of it. I can see this can work or this wouldn't work. So you can see when a deal would work or not work. Smart. And it's in the 8th house. It's above the horizon and reacting. So it's functional. This is in the business house, in the trust house, in the psychology house. So you ability to analyze what people are doing and when someone's doing something wrong or someone's going to get in trouble or not, her mind would clue in right away. Knowing what's trustworthy, what's worth sharing, what's a good investment. Her impulse is to go quickly, but her mind is thinking out tries to think out the options. Now, there's no bad aspects to her Mercury. There's a sextile to Saturn, but there's no difficult aspects to that Mercury. So it's a clear thinking Mercury without stress. That's her strong point. That's a good point for a Virgo. Sun, Venus, and Mercury in Virgo in that 8th house. She's going to be able to do business. People are going to smart. She's going to know how to make connections, what needs to be done. That's her strong suit. Pegging other people, wanting to make. So the Mercury's fairly clear and fairly quick. So I'm not going to spend more time on it, but we just touched on it. So from the sign to the house, then look at the aspects to see how no stress coming from there. When we look at the Venus is conjunct the Sun. So those two almost work together to begin with. So even when it's conjunct, you have to work each planet separately to be able to see it clearly. So her sense of self-worth, her choices she makes, the things she likes and what she wants, what's going to satisfy her, what's going to bring her appreciation. She's fussy. It's in Virgo. The nighttime is increasing, but daylight is greater. I know what I want. What do I have to do to get it? I like this. What do I want? This isn't good enough. This could be improved. This could be better. This could be fixed. It has that prudish, fussy side, the Venus and Virgo. Many choices, always taking the better from the worst. That's not so good. Not this anymore. I don't want this. I don't want that. I wanted this, but that's not good enough. It's got to be better. Got to be improved. She's going to be doing a Virgo improvement on everything she gets. So it's an earth sign. So it's tactiles and like hugs, like touch, like to be appreciated, but always in better or elegant ways. Anything gross or anything not sensitive, she would have a aversion to right away. So that Venus is in the 8th house. That's the 8th house of business, of money, other people's money, resources. She's going to be lucky in business. Probably, you would assume she's going to attract money, attract partnerships, attract a wealthy partner, or be able to make good business or make money anyways, and be appreciated. She's going to emotionally understand people's depths of what they want versus what she wants and what she can get. That's the Venus. Now, in the 8th house is the trust, the business, the sharing. This is a good deal. This will make money. This is worthwhile. I like this appreciation. We can do partnerships. We can invest together. We can do this. That normally by itself, the Venus in Virgo in the 8th house is a positive investment quality. We're making good social choices or choices of social significance. But look at the aspects to it. There's a sextile to Uranus into the midheaven. That's practical. There's a sextile to Jupiter. That's lucky. But there's two squares, one to Neptune and one to Mars. And this is all part of a whole T-square. So you see in the chart, when I have a T-square between 3 planets, in this case 4, I draw them in, I draw the aspects and I shade it in red. So I see that works as a complex in itself. In this case, there's 2 T-squares, one from the Sun, Neptune, Mars, Sun, Venus, Neptune, Mars. The other is Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus. Okay, there's 2 T-squares, but this one that we're into now, we're just looking at the Venus side of it. Venus to Mars means there's aggression around what one wants. So as soon as one wants something, one pushes too fast for it. I want something, I need to do this, I need to get that, we need to do that, I'm going to go get this. And it can spoil a very satisfaction. So it means there's a tendency to push for what you want more than is valid, more than it's valued, to work too hard, to push too hard, to spoil the very things you're wanting. So by the Mars square Venus, it spoils things, it pushes things, makes it over aggressive, and it can make a person vulgar, like swear words. Damn this, F that. Like, when they don't get what they want, it would come out as an anger. Or do we be pushing to get what I want? That's pushing too strong. Let's make the deal. Let's make the deal. Why'd you back off? Or what's that? Like, we got to do this. You can see the strong surge on her personally and her ability to try, this is worthwhile, to find the good projects. But the Mars, there's a tendency to push too quickly, or because it's square to Mars, but because this is setting, it could be other people or a partner or family pushing her to pay for them. I got to take care of this, I got to take care of this. Or that fight to get out, to make money for oneself so that one's not caught in the total forever demands of family. Oh. But again, this Mars to Venus is a tendency to, it just spoils the grace by forcing issues. But her moon in Aries is forcing issues naturally. Instinct, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. So her forcing things, so she forces things and it costs her money. So this can make her spend too much or use money too much to champion a cause or to be trustworthy. I'll do this, I'll take care of this. And she's the one carrying everything. But she might attract someone who doesn't carry everything. Have the relationship, and then the other person isn't as necessarily as stable. Find a relationship on impulse, and then whether there's stability or not is another issue. There's the potential for smart business deals, but there's a need to separate business from pleasure, home from business. But this Venus to Mars, it's pushing for what one wants. It's a little too hungry, a little too aggressive, and it can spoil the more graceful sides of things, make some a little more rowdy. That Venus is also squared by Neptune. This is the big problem. The overaggression, the impulsive, these can be controlled. Those are basic behavioral things. But Neptune causes a big problem. Neptune is guilt, sorrow, dependencies, expectations. And when it squares the Venus, she's never sure of what she wants. As soon as she gets with one person, she would be fussy and critical about it, think what she has to do, and she start wondering, maybe there's something else, maybe I can be doing something else, maybe it's not this. She could be tempted, oh, this is the perfect dream, and it's not, or I have to save this person, or I have to use my money to help this cause. So as a fundraiser, championing a cause, that would be a good use of that energy. The Mars championing a cause, fighting to raise money for starving kids or for things, that would be a really powerful use. It would take some maturity for her to get there. But certainly one of the questions in the back of your mind, you'd be trying to wonder what she's doing. But she doesn't know what she wants. So when she was born, she wasn't wanted. She was confused, and she was probably made to feel guilty for causing so much difficulty for her mom, Pluto to the moon. So she feels guilty. I need to have enough money to take care of my mom or to care for my family, I need to help. But so she has a chart that's good for investments, but not because of this Neptune and the Mars and Venus, she could make the wrong investments. Her timing could be off so often. So this poor timing and poor judgment comes around relationships. Who's a friend, who's a lover? And who do you invest with? And how much money goes in each? This is the confusing side. Someone can be very flattering to her, very seductive, Neptune to the Venus. She thinks, well, this is real, and the guy's married or is not there. And she went in on impulse because it was there, and the chance was there, and then finds out later, oh, it wasn't what it seemed. The Neptune squared the Venus, but she could make investments the same way. This Venus doesn't know what she wants. And the Venus is prudish and Virgo, analytical, what's trustworthy, what's not. But the Neptune brings out untrustworthy, unreliable people, unreliable friends. So her friends are always going to be demanding, wanting money, or got to pay for this, got to do for this. And she's going to be feeling obliged to pay for it or feel guilty because she didn't. So as a fundraiser, this might be a good quality, but if she got in debt, it would really bug her, and she could be very controlled by guilt. By sort of like Neptune to Venus, it's a difficult aspect. And as soon as she gets what she wants, she doesn't want it. When she wants something, then There's the great dream, there's the great deal, and there's the great vision and the great sorrow. To have rapture over the lover and then find out the next day he's married or not there or whatever, or got kids or whatever. So she could easily attract married guys and not know or be doing business and meeting people and relating to that. Now, there's another side that can happen to this Mars, Neptune, Venus. A person can be very aloof and alone and not with anyone and trust the aloneness and take it in a more spiritual way. So in one way, I mean, really, you don't have someone that's the most luckiest in love, in receiving love. There's always something as it seems going on here. There's a hidden clause, a hidden agenda. She would have the hidden agenda, other people could have it, and she's kind of blind to it, or would buy into it. So, wow, the Neptune weakens the discrimination of the Venus in Virgo. The Venus in Virgo is well discriminated, very prudent, prudish, so prudish, but the need to compromise, the need to not be so fussy, to have to compromise it is that Neptune, and the tendency to push on it too fast. There's many compromising elements that affect that initial discrimination. Big puzzle. So are you married? Are you in love? Are you together? Are you having affairs? Is the other person having affairs? Who's reliable? Who's trustworthy when there's so many temptations? Now, life is an amazing thing. Someone could have this complex and have a very effective life because they've figured out how to deal with it and now how not to set this up. But at times in their life, these type of problems that are in your natal chart will come up to be the major problems you have to deal with. Anytime she got in debt or owed money or bought the wrong stock, it would bug her like crazy. Or she'd be easy to attract somebody because you're willing to do things for them. It's hard to get rid of them, hard to, when you don't want someone, like you could walk, but there's still puzzles here. Satisfaction and appreciation is difficult. Make promises, I'll do this for you, do this for you, and then it costs her. So I'm talking, we could spend, well, we spent a lot of time in the aspects talking about these things. So the interpretation for the person is, regardless of those aspects, to push too quickly or to be gullible, she still has to be prudish and analytical with her Venus in Virgo. And Venus is conjunct the Sun, so she's very strong on what she thinks is valuable. Her whole confidence and power is tied to her choice and her values of things. Okay, so that's strong Sun. The Sun is, she knows what's beautiful, what's good, what's beautiful, but other people don't around her don't see it the same way or drain her energies or want her resources, and then they get friends, lovers, kids make demands on their energy, so it's hard for her to just do exactly what she wants all the time if she had kids. So we're going to go back to the Sun. We're going to go to the Sun at the same time here, just right into the Sun right away. But it's the same thing. We're going through the same categories. Nighttime is increasing, daylight is greater. I gotta live my way. I'm fixing things, I'm improving things. I want to make it better. I gotta improve. This is nice, but boy, we got a beautiful cottage. We got a nice place. Wouldn't it be nice to have a great stereo or a great digital video screen on the wall here or something? Or just, there's always a way to improve what's enjoyable.